How are you?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
It was so boring yesterday. I had to like commentate over nothing, pretty much.
Yeah, the gaps are quite big. It was like that for D1 as well for a fair amount of time. It was like that in GTS today as well around Lago Maggiore. It's a very boring race weekend here.
It was. Is there only one more round left, or is it two?
2 rounds.
Two, isn't it?
Yeah, we got Brazil and Abu Dhabi.
Oh dear, you've put it in the right order.
Yeah, I know. It's painful.
Why did you do that?
Wait, what's the actual F1 order in real life?
Was the way that you put it. Brazil then.
But everyone wants it the other way.
$16 drivers, that's not bad, I guess.
Yeah, it's alright. We've got about 16, I think, in the next one as well, so it should be good. Right, just waiting for this Ferg guy to pick his car, and then we should be good to go. Let me just share the stream with everyone. Let's just get the stream link. We are live. Oops.
Yep, he chose Toro, sorry.
Alright. Host discussion ready. And got no one joining us yet, but let's try and put on a hell of a show. So, do you want to do? You're not joining for the second race, are you? For commentary?
It depends. If Lex is doing it, and no, and it depends because obviously Father's Day, so I'm probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, no worries. Why don't you do the race start today? And I'll do it for the second one. When I'm all on my lonesome. We've got Lika and Robbo Racer joining us already. Thanks for joining, guys. Lika, I hope you're feeling okay. And happy birthday, Lika, for tomorrow. Don't think we would have forgotten about you, boy. I think he's going to be 55. I'm joking.
55.
He had a hell of a midsummer party this weekend. Lots of drink, lots of alcohol, lots of ladies, lots of love. I hope you had a good time, my friend. Robbo's saying he loves this track, but he hasn't done a single lap of practice. Oh, this isn't going to be a good day for you. I guarantee you that. It's definitely a track where you need to absolutely destroy practice 5 times a week for at least 5 hours. Right, we're ready, let's do this. Are you coming back for 2020, AJ?
2020?
F1 2020.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Do you want the racing line back? Is that what it is?
No, that's not it at all.
Is it just your internet?
It's terrible. I could go to my dad's and do it, but that's just like massive hassle to just get my wheel over there. And I will mute my phone now because that was terrible. Sorry for that.
That's right. We've got Shorty here as well. How nice to have you here, Shorty. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit dull today, guys. I got a massive headache. I'm so tired. Feels like I've been commentating all week. I think it's because yesterday in D1, Havoc was racing and I was commentating by myself, and it was just such a burden. But anyway, we're here. We're at Circuit of the Americas here in Division 3, Round 8. This is Race 1, online Formula Racing. We've got 16 drivers here today. How many are going to make it to the end? Who knows? You've got Dr. Robot and you've got AJ, champion of the world, with us. How you doing, AJ?
I'm doing good. How are you, Robot?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I raced here yesterday. I must say it is an extremely difficult track. If these guys haven't practiced here in D3, they're going to be in for a really tough race. It's a very easy track to invalidate, cut corners, get penalties. It's a very easy track to lose your downforce when you're trying to follow, spinning out. There's not a lot of places you can spin out and hit the wall, but as soon as you spin out, your tyres are overheating, and it's going to take you at least a third of the lap, I reckon, to cool them down and get them back to temperature. What are your predictions around here then?
Well, I think that Tim, who had really good pace in Mexico, it's pretty similar. He did. He had. It's a very similar track to Mexico, so in different ways. But I think he's gonna take the win here.
Yeah.
But we can never discount anyone else.
No, you can't. I'm just looking through the list. I think Alicade, he's another fast driver. So is J-Boy. Tim, yeah, you got Tim. BJ Robbo's a quick driver too. But I think you're right. I think Tim's going to take this one. I think he is. We've got a lot of support for Tim as well. We've got Rick I can't say his surname. Rick Kirawia supporting Tim, and he's also going to watch this with his pet rabbit. That will be fun. And we've got Shorty and Showcrime joining us as well. Nice to have you here, guys. Yeah, very nice to see you.
Never heard that one before.
I can't say his name. Kirawir. I think it's Kirawir. Oh, this is going to be a hard one.
Let me see.
It's a tough one, but we got Shorty is saying Lex Waza, God Waza, and Papa Whiskey top 3. I think that's a very controversial podium there. I don't think that's what it's going to be, but it would be absolutely fantastic to see one of those on the podium. Lex had an amazing performance in Japan. If you remember, he started in 17th, and I think he finished all the way up in 6th or something, and he missed Mexico because of work commitments, unfortunately, but he's back here today. He's not done a lot of practice, so I think what he said he was going to do was just put in around 20 laps of fuel and use this qualifying as his practice. That's going to be interesting. Do you want to have a go at saying his name?
Rick Kirawir.
Kirawir. I can't say it. It's too much. Right, we have got some hot laps starting. We've got a Ferrari out in front. I think that is Mickey Pass. Sorry for jumping through all these drivers like this, guys, but he's invalidated and he's gone straight off the track. Through the S's, or the end of the S's, in fact.
We've got Van Fofferino, who's coming through he's just hit this first sector line, and now he's going towards the hairpin, and then he's going to be entering
he's
the
invalidated.
long back straight. He has invalidated.
Yeah, he's invalidated. Let's try and find someone who's not invalidated. Okay, Law, let's jump to Law. He's on a hot lap right now. He's just working his way through the S's. He's just coming up to turn 6 now. He's gone through 7 already. He's coming up to turn 8. He takes it quite slowly. He's still got his ERS set to hot lap, and he's bursting all the way down the hill now into turn 11. Is ERS management an issue around here, or can you leave it in hot lap the whole lap?
I don't know, man. I wasn't doing much practice, to be honest. But I think you can keep it in high, but down the straights you can put it in overtake, I believe. I don't know if you can do full flat out hot lap modes.
Right, got you.
That's my prediction of what happens around the lap.
Got it. So we've also got Bell Heller, who's taken a really nice line through turn 19 actually, and he's going to be the first one to cross the line. I reckon this is going to be 137. Oh, there you go, 137.5. That's the fastest so far. But we have got some other people about to cross the line. We've got Prezada going faster, and then got Wuaza. I can't even say that one either. Wuaza with a 134.1. That's a pretty decent time. I'm waiting to see where Tim is on track, and I kind of want to see what J-Boy and Robbo can do as well. As Law goes fastest with a 134 flat. Very decent time there as well.
That's your pace, isn't it? Surely.
I think so. So I think Law's one of these drivers that's going to be in D2 next season for Season 3. He's a very consistent driver. He's just cut a huge corner and he's jumped all of these guys. And I think is he racing back to the pits? I'm not sure what he's doing here. Hopefully he's just going to get off
your
the...
tactics.
That was an experiment and it shall not be spoken of. No, I'm kidding. Shine's gone faster and the new guy, Ferger, I'm really struggling with these names. The new guy, Ferger, has done a 1:32.4.
Fergal W.
That's a D2, D1 time, I think, right?
Oh, I think... Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, I think it was quicker than... YBN yesterday, I believe. I think it was about 5/10 quicker. So
I'm just going to go to the online formularacing.co.uk or .com website right now, and I'll just tell you exactly what the result was in terms of quality. The quality, it was a 1:32.8 by YBN, and Fergal has jumped that by 4/10 of a second already. We're looking at a new D1 driver possibly, or a high D2 driver.
100% D1 driver there.
Yeah, Showcrime saying that's D1 pace too. Bravo, Fergal, bravo. Hell of a lap from you. Now, anyone else coming up to finish their lap right now? Everyone's diving into the pits, I think. We've got a Mercedes about to cross the line. Well, he's just coming through turn 19 now, and he's staying out, so this will be his... Oh, no, he's coming into the pits. He's in. So he's abandoning that lap. And where's Lex at the minute? Lex is on a 2 minutes lap time, and I think he has got...
up in the first sector.
Yeah, I think he's made a mistake, or he's got a lot of fuel in his car at the moment. But that's the first round of pit stops. We've got Rick Kerrawir asking, is F1 2020... Oh, he's saying, in F1 2020, I will race with you guys. That'll be amazing, Rick. If you want to join, just look it in the comments. I think the Discord link should be there. If not, just send us a direct message and we'll send you one so you can join. It is going to be starting in around just over 3 weeks' time. I believe, so make sure you join on time because the spaces are filling quickly. We're looking to have 4 divisions instead of 3 this season. 3 of them are already full, but we can still place drivers in higher divisions if they have the pace. So yeah, make sure you join us. What are you going to say, AJ?
I think I would prefer to see his pet rabbit, but maybe they can do a little duo.
Yeah, the rabbit could control the pedals, he could control the wheel, something like that.
That'd be good to see.
And I think we've got Pizzada. Yeah, Pizzada's coming to pits. Right, so everyone's done pretty much their first lap apart from Lex and 3 others down below. Papa Whiskey, Mickey Pass, and Amit. And Kasanov, he's
yeah, Mickey Pass is on his hot lap now, so...
okay, let's jump to him and see how he's getting on then. Right,
yeah, he's on the soft tyres, so he should be coming and crossing the Sector 1 line. I didn't catch what the time was.
Either, sorry. Oh, maybe I can see it in the stream. It was a 25.8 first sector.
I can check it with the top times. Let's see. 25.8.
Dives out of the way there to allow space for Mickey Pass. He's going to be coming up to the Sector 2 line shortly. He's just on the back straight now, coming up to turn 12. Bit of a roller coaster part of the track here, up and then downhill, and then a severe downhill. It must be about 30 degrees or something because it is really steep there. It just doesn't look that way as you're coming through it in the cockpit cam. But he's coming around to the second sector end now, and he's done a 1:03.052. How does that fare?
I'm not really sure. I think it'll be mid-pack because first sector he was 8 tenths down on Ferger, I think his name is, and the second sector he was doing pretty good. I think that's up there with the top guys, maybe in the top 5, I reckon.
Here we go then, he's coming around the final corner, turn 20, left-hander at the moment. He's gone a little bit wide though, he hasn't invalidated, and he crosses the line with a 1:34.1, another pretty solid D2 time, I would say. At least and midfield D2.
Look at the from 4th to 7th. That's really close.
Oh wow!
And
even Law in 3rd. Look, 1:34.0 to 1:34.39 to Ali Cade in 8th place. That is very close. This is going to be a hell of a race.
Was I right by saying that Ali Cade was in D2 yesterday?
No, he was not in D2 yesterday.
Who was the Williams driver? No, it's AO, sorry.
AO and so, right, so someone is asking us in the stream to commentate Tim's lap in Dutch. Okay, let's do it. Hallo. Hallo. Mijn naam is Roboto. Ich wohne in England. I don't know if Dutch is the same as German. I really don't know. But anyway, Tim is on his hot lap right now. So he's coming through the S's. He's just starting them now as he comes through turn 2. Rick is saying Tim's going to win this race. He needs to put in a better lap if he's going to want to win this race now. But let's see what his Sector 1 time is as he comes across the Sector 1 line now. He's put in, he's 2 tenths faster up. He is a 25-1, but he's still not gone purple in the first sector. He has a lot to do to try and challenge Fergal's 1:32.4 at the moment. He's just coming around turn 10 now, really fast left-hander. You don't have to lift at all. It's full throttle all the way through there, taking a little bit of curve. Breaks into turn 11 at the 50-metre board. A little bit late there. He locks up the front left, but he still manages to get that car turned around in time. He's put his ERS back up to hot lap. I think he's kept it there the whole time, actually. You don't see a lot of ERS drivers switching their ERS down to overtaking D3, do you?
Not many, because especially on controller, it's really, really difficult.
It is.
So the drivers on controller and wheels that do not have enough buttons to change the ERS, but that shouldn't really be a problem in 2020 since ERS is pretty much automatic.
That's true, and one thing for the F1 2019 drivers that I used to do when I was on controller, I actually adjusted the right analog stick to be my ERS and fuel button. So if I wanted to put my ERS down, it would be flick the right analog stick to the left, ERS up, right analog stick to the right, and then the same for fuel apart from up and down. Now, it does reduce your ability to look around your car, but as long as you just use the R3 click to look behind you, you should be okay. And Tim goes 4th fastest with a 1:33.7. That's a good time, it's a good time, but is it enough for him to win this race? He needs to be doing this consistently.
Really close to J-Boy, to be honest. They look like they're going to be in a little battle together. Maybe.
Yeah, they're just 100th and a half off each other at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I don't really understand, is that some of the gaps in D1 are a bit bigger than the ones that are in D3. So
I know, it's
D3
crazy.
drivers are obviously really close, and this is just a test to see how quick they can really go and sort out which division they're in. But they seem to be having good battles here in the lower divisions, which is really good to see, and it's what we want to see them racing. That's what we're here to do.
So lots of people are actually currently on their hot laps. We might see this board move around a bit. It's still Ali Cade in second, just 5 tenths down the road from Fergal. I don't think Fergal's time is going to be challenged. We've got a yellow in sector 2. It looks like someone's just moving out the way on the back straight. And we've got Ali Cade coming into the pits now. We've got a Renault behind him who looks like he's going faster. Let's see who that is. It's Balhella. He's about to come across the line now. Let's see if he can improve him as 1:37. He should be able to.
Not going to be an improvement.
No, he's not.
He's very low ERS.
1:41 at the moment. He's going to have
so
to come in.
Go on board with Amit, who's coming around the final corner. Really difficult, the final corner, because of the sun. He's going to come to the line now, and it's 1:41.
He's 3,000 quicker than Mr. Kasanov at the moment. He needs to improve on that time.
Yeah, ERS was low, so I guess he could probably still go quicker.
Shine's about to cross the line, and he goes quicker, but he's stayed in 3rd place for now. He's on a 1:33.4, another really good time from this D3 driver. Tim is back into the pits, J-Boy's in the pits, Law's in the pits as well. I think Law's, is he coming out, or no, he's coming in. Law's coming into the pits, so he will be able to do one more lap. Let's see if he can get back into the top 5. And God Wuzada is staying out. This is going to be his hot lap. Let's see what he can do. He was on a 1:34.150. And as he crosses the line, he puts in he goes fast. He goes 4th fastest. He's improved. He went into the 1:33s. 1:33.733. Not bad.
Yeah, the top from 4th to 6th, really close.
Damn, they're within 200ths of each other. Wow. If they can keep this clean through the first sector on lap 1, we're in for a hell of a race. Now, we did see a massive pile-up. Yes, well, you saw a massive pile-up in D2 yesterday, just after turn 1. A few drivers managed to work their way through it, but a lot of drivers got caught out there, and I reckon we could see something similar here. What do you reckon the chances of a safety car is?
Actually, I think it's quite low, because we didn't see, I'm not sure about the D1 race, but D2 race we didn't see a single safety car, not even a virtual.
We didn't even see one in D1 either.
I think it comes out usually when there's a DNF, and because the walls are quite far away, I think yeah, no safety car unless there's some dive bombs that go really badly. So yeah, I couldn't see a full safety car. Maybe a virtual safety car on the first couple of laps, but I doubt there's going to be a full one.
Right, so Mickey Pass is now starting his final, I think this will be his final hot lap. He's got his ERS set to hot lap. I'm sure he's got his fuel set to max, and away he goes. So let's check his braking point into turn 1. Look for that black flag board on the right. That's your braking point, I believe. He has a pretty nice exit out of turn 1. He could have cut the corner a little bit more than he did. He stayed well away from the curb, but he is back up to full speed. Let's see if he lifts as he's going through. He's flat all the way through the first 2 parts of the S's. He lifts slightly as he's going through the third, and now he's trying to tuck that car in, bring it to the right-hand side so he can turn left and power all the way uphill here, because it is a very easy place to lose time if you lose your momentum through that first sector there. But he's got through it okay, and his sector 1 time, I didn't quite catch it, unfortunately. It looks like he was up, actually, just looking at the stream, and here he comes turning into turn 11. He's still not doing any ERS management. He's just leaving it in hot lap the whole way through. He's opened up his DRS now, and he is flying uphill on the way into turn 12.
Are you on board with Mickey?
I'm on board with Mickey Pass at the minute, but everyone in the stream is asking me to switch to Tim. It says Tim's on an outlap, guys, so I'm gonna leave that until he. Let's just have a look. Oh, it looks like he's on a hot lap actually. He's going for it. Let's see if he can improve.
I don't believe
no?
he is.
Okay.
No, I think he was just turning up to start off his hot lap.
Okay, he has, yeah. Alright, so let's go back down to Mickey Pass for now and see how he gets on quickly. Then we'll switch to Tim. Yeah. Right, Mickey Pass is just coming up to the final corner, 20 now. He hasn't invalidated. He's completely run out of ERS though. It is flashing. He can't discharge any more of this lap. And he improves. He goes 4th with a 1:33.666. Those are the devil's numbers. Now let's jump back down to Tim and see how he's getting on. He's not invalidated yet, and he's a second up. He's a second up. Oh, but now it's gone to 0.2. I'm not sure what happened there. It said he was a second up on his time, and then it switched to 0.2 seconds. That's weird. But anyway, let's stick with him and see how he gets on. He's coming up to turn 11 now. Brake at about 65. He brakes a little bit early there, actually. Turns into the corner. I don't think he's using traction either. I think he might be one of these zero assist drivers in D3 that will be moving up to D1 or D2 next season. But anyway, let's see how Tim gets on now as he's coming downhill into turn 12. He's using a lot of engine braking. And even in qualifying and online in practice sessions as well, you do get engine damage that we found out recently. So expect for him not to be reaching maximum power. But anyway, he's coming through up to these really fast right-handers now at 15, 16 and 17. He flies through them pretty easily. He's just come out of 18 there. Coming up to the second class turn at 19. Blind corner. You cannot see the apex until you get to it. And he's got through it okay. So here he comes around the final corner now. He does have a car in front of him, but he's not going to affect his speed. He crosses the line with a 1:33.4. So he's gone 4th fastest, and he improved by 0.3. Good job there, Tim.
Only 7 thousandths ahead of Shine there. So.
Oh, you're right.
Really close times. Really close times.
And Shine's whacked his ERS all the way down, so I think he's always coming into the pits. Oh, Shine's abandoned his lap. He's done. Ali Cade is retired in 2nd place currently. My watch is talking to me, apologies for that. And Ferg looks like he's holding on to that P1 at the minute, 0.5 quicker than 2nd place.
Yeah, Papa Whiskey is about a second down up on his time. Sorry, down on his time.
Down on his time, fair enough. I'm gonna stick with Law then, because Law's on a hot lap right now, and he was slightly up on his time in Sector 1. So we'll see how he does. Lex has done a 1:36, which isn't bad, saying this is his first lap that he's done around USA all week. That's a pretty decent time.
Yeah, I think there's... Oh, we've got the pole sitter coming around the final sector now. He's got the sun blaring in his eyes. He's going to come around the final corner now. He's just about going to run it out of the RS, and he's such a quick time. 1:32.197, a really good lap time from Berger.
What a lap. I'm going to quickly jump back down to Law though to see how he's getting on. He's just going through those right-handers right now. Just gone through 18, coming up to this blind corner at turn 19. You've just got to turn and hope for that corner. That's the only advice I can give there. But he is on a blind, and the sun is absolutely blinding him. He's struggling to turn in, but he's found that apex. He's back up to the power, and his time was a 1:34.0, and he's gone faster, 0.5 quicker with a 1:33.5. Very good job there, Law. P6 for you. Well done. And I think that's everyone apart from Amit, but Amit's coming into the pits as well, so that's it. What a quality. Look how close they are from 3rd all the way down to 8th. 0.3 is covering them.
Yeah, Lex was struggling to get into the pits. He had to slow right down, otherwise he would have crashed into the barrier of the pits entry. But he made it, so no damage for him there. But it is the end of the qualifying session, and Ferger is miles ahead of the pack. And Ali Cade, we know he's quick, but I don't even think he can close down that gap. About a 7.5 tenth gap between those two drivers. And then we've got J-Boy, who is he's less than a tenth ahead of Tim, and then Tim is only 7 thousandths ahead of Shine Law.
7 thousandths, wow.
And then Law is 1/10 behind him, and then Wazza, Mickey passed, are really close together, only 15 thousandths behind each other, and then Prasada P9. So yeah, a really mixed up grid here. The top two I think are going to run away with it, but then behind that, I think it's going to be very close.
Wow, and, that was a spectacle. That was amazing. Fergal is definitely D1. I mean, there's no doubt about that. If he's faster than YBN, he's D1. YBN, I just want to point this out as well, because it wasn't, I don't think you mentioned it in the stream, but if you did, my apologies. He actually won the D2 driver championship yesterday. He's now 70. Yeah, I think he's 76 points ahead of P2. So he's won it. He's champion of the world for D2. Congratulations to him. Izat is looking like he's going to win it, but Shorty disrupted his potential win yesterday. Shorty finished in the top 5, I believe, and that meant that Izat will have to do it in Brazil. But still, I think if Izat DNFs in Brazil and Shorty finishes in the top 5, it will move on to Abu Dhabi. But right now, we're focusing on D3. We're just waiting for these guys to make their strategies correct, do their setups and so on. So it's going to be a 14-lap, 25% race. We've got Prasada readying up early, unfortunately. So we'll have to submit a report there. Let me just write that down. So hopefully these guys have got their setups done. They've got about 20 seconds left where they can get it done. And I'll just quickly check the stream to see how you guys are getting on. There's a lot of support for Tim here. What is going on? Who is he? People saying he's famous. Other people saying they want him to be president. I need to know who he is.
Tim for president.
Tim for president. Right, so we are on the formation lap now. AJ, why don't you just walk us through what these drivers have to do on the formation lap to get their car prepared for the start of the race?
Well, weaving is the answer, and obviously you don't want to be overheating the tyres, so doing burnouts is probably not the correct decision, as we've got someone who is sort of stalled on the grid, maybe. I think it's Belhella, who may have had a collision with another driver. I'm not sure how the other drivers got away with it, because it usually sends them both to the grid.
Yeah.
It seems like Belhella is the only one that's on the grid. But yeah, they'll be weaving through, and maybe some of them trying to go a little bit quick through the S's to try and warm up the tyres, because the S's can destroy tyres. They can also warm them up really well. So yeah, they'll be wanting to do that, but mostly weaving down straights and making some sharp turns into corners usually does the trick.
What about their brakes too? Do they need to heat those up, or are they just kind of more steady than tyres?
You can't. It doesn't matter as much as tyre temps, since you can usually just if you do a hard braking in the last sector, it will usually be fine.
Got it.
That's pretty much.
So I'm going to jump back up to Fergal, and I can see them all weaving down this back straight on the run up into turn 12 here. You're right there. But they do have a few assists on here, so just to let you know, they have reduced damage on. They will have a completely dry and sunny race. They are allowed racing line in the corners. They are allowed auto ERS, which is why we might have seen a lot of these drivers just keep their cars in hot lap during their quali lap. And they also have medium traction too, but I think that's it. As you go up the divisions, in D2 you're only allowed racing line and medium traction, and in D1 you are allowed nothing. So
hashtag bring back racing line.
There's currently a petition whether or not we're going to bring it back. So just to let you know, guys know, if you do want to sign up, join us on Discord. You can visit our website, onlineformularacing.com, to find that Discord link. It's at the bottom of the page. But we are running out of spaces for Season 3, which starts in mid-July. So if you do want to join us, now is the time to do so. All our races are commentated on, as we are doing now. All the results are live. We have lots of functions in Discord. We have lots of driver cards, stuff like that. It's a very fun place. Join us. Right, here we are. Why don't you go through the start, AJ?
I will do. Where do you want me to go from?
If you keep, I'm gonna just ride with a spectator cam on Fergal, and I'll keep an eye on what's going on at the back in terms of the times to let you know if anything happens.
Okay, we have 2 lights. We have 3 lights. We have 4 lights. We have 5 lights. It's lights out, and away we go for the OFR here in USA. And it seemed like Fergal got a really good start. Tim up into P3. And there is a Haas. I think it's La going straight into the back of the race leaders, and he takes the lead after a controversial slam into the back of him. But he does have front wing damage, and he's going to be struggling through the S section. It doesn't seem like there's much chaos, to be honest. Mickey Pass not having a great start, and Pizzarda leaving before the lights went out, and it seems like Papa Whiskey and Shine going through the middle sector together, but I think Shine's got the advantage on that as Tim overtakes La, as La has front wing damage, and now we've got Ali K going round the outside of La, and he's going to get it done. Ooh, and he gets a little bit leery on the traction there, but it seems like Ali K has got the move done, and we've got a yellow flag set to do, and that is BJ Robbo, and he has clearly lost traction out of there, and I think he might have spun.
Tim, sorry to interrupt. Tim goes really deep into turn 12, but currently, Tim, I just want to say that the guy that has the most support in the stream right now has moved all the way up to P2 from P4 at the start of this race. Good job, Tim.
Oh, and Ali Cage round. Oh, and he just about saves it, going through the long left-hander, and now we've got Papa Whiskey going half round, and yeah, it seemed like Ali Cage was sort of getting pushed from behind off the track, no. And then he lost a bit of traction coming through the long left-hander, and he was trying to control the car, and he actually did it really well. So congrats to him. But he's now got Lex on the back of him. Lex having a really good start.
An amazing start. He started down in 12th and he's up to 5th right now.
Great job from him, and a great job from Valhalla as well, who obviously had cold tyres from the start, as he was reset back to his grid slot straight away pretty much. And he's up into 8th and is getting the same amount of positions as Valhalla, or Lex, sorry. And Amit also having a good start there in 11th.
We've got Shine off. We've got Shine off. He's off the track at the S's at turn 6. He was up in P4, I think, and he's all the way down in 13th now. He's waiting for his tyres to cool down, I think. They desperately need to cool down because he had a big off moment there. Oh, as we see Casanov. Oh, and Shine comes into contact with the spinning Alpha there. Oh no, he is not having a good day here. Super unfortunate.
Yeah, and I do want to bring up the... Oh, go on.
Sorry, I just want to say Tim's just been overtaken by J-Boy, yeah. J-Boy had a very big toe as he was going down that back straight, and he managed to get in before they even got to the corner, and he took that inside line and kept it all the way through. So Tim is now still on the podium, but he's in P3, but he's got Law behind him, but he's 4.4 seconds down the road, so he should be covered for now. So I'm going to jump back down to this battle between... Oh, it's Valhalla spins!
Oh,
I've
no,
just caught it!
No, it's Mr. Kazanov who's spun as well.
Oh, 2 people have spun. Oh, both Renaults.
Both the Renaults. Yeah. I guess the bad luck for Renault continues.
It is. This is not good for them at Erders. Fergal sets the fastest laps and pulls away from J-Boy by 3 seconds now. We've got a lot going on. We've got Papa Whiskey trying... Oh, Papa Whiskey's gone straight off the track, and he's been undertaken by Shine now at turn 19. Papa Whiskey's staying out. I don't think he has a dab. He does. He's got an end plate missing. He needs to pit. I mean, that is crucial for when you're going through the S's here. He's going to have such a lack of downforce. He's not going to be able to turn right at all. I'm going to jump back up to Law right now because he's just going through the S's, and he's got a bit of a train behind him, separated each by about... on average about 5/10 currently. You can see there we've got Lex trying to make a move on Law. I'm surprised Lex is battling up here. He's got remarkable speed at the moment. I really expected him to be fighting for at least 10th place, but he's battling for 5th right now.
Yeah, I think Law has quite a bit of front wing damage, or at least the left end plate. so that will affect his speed, but great job for Lex so far. Gained 6 positions off the start, and that means he is the most successful driver in this race so far, except from Ferger, who is way in the lead by 3.7 seconds, and that is extending.
Lex has got him. I think Lex has just taken Law. He's looking around the outside now, but Law's got the inside line. Can Lex do a switchback here? I don't think so. It's not a place to overtake.
He's going to do it.
Is he got it? He's got it.
He's done it. Great job from Lex there.
Lex P5. What is going on here? Bravo.
Lex gaining 7 positions off the start. And
what a race! What a race!
You say, well, a race has only been 3 laps.
I know, you're right, you're right. There's still 10 laps to go, guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves right now. So, looking at the gaps in the field, I'm just going to stick with Van Fofolino at the moment because he is just 7/10 behind Law now. I'm not sure if Law has any damage. Can you have a look on Law's car to see if he has damage? Because
Law does have damage. He has a left end plate damage.
Ah, that's okay. Yeah. I was going to say,
just helping Lex out.
It is. Yeah. Law is usually one of these drivers that battles for the top 3, but he's struggling a lot here, and Van Fofolino has taken out 2 tenths.
We've got Valhalla round again. He's round on the first corner. Really, really difficult, especially when you get on the curb coming out of the first corner, to have good traction coming out of there, and it seems like it's caught Valhalla out. And now he's dropped a couple more positions, and he's down in P10 now.
I'm going to jump back to Van Fofolino because he's going to have DRS on Law right now. Maybe if Law has a lack in the front wing, he's going to have a bit faster speed down the straight, but let's wait and see. As his DRS is open, his ERS is set to overtake. He's catching him quite a bit. He's got about a 10-mile-an-hour speed advantage here. Can he outbrake him? He's gone down the inside of him. Law is locked up, but so has Van Fofolino, and Van Fofolino has taken 6th place from Law. Law needs to get a new wing. He is losing too many positions here.
Absolutely. It's gonna cost him more, and he's got an 8-second gap to the car behind, so if he does it now, I'm pretty sure the medium compound tyres can make it to the end from here, so I would do it now. But yeah, Van Fofolino's gone wide coming out of the Nicky Hayden corner, and yeah, he's gone wide again, so maybe he's struggling on his tyres. So yeah, we're gonna have to look out for that in the next couple of laps, and Law will have DRS once again coming down the front straight, and I don't think he'll quite be able to get him, so he just does not have the speed quite yet. But Law, yeah, he's going to keep it steady into the first corner, and he's going to stay behind. Now we've got Papa Whiskey. He's gone wide coming out of Nicky Hayden corner. He's turning way too much on his steering wheel, and now we've got almost going into the back of Mr. Kazanov, and
yeah, they've almost hit him again. Oh my goodness, that was so close. Wow. And now we've got Mr. Kasanov fighting back, so they're going to be side by side into turn 1 probably. I didn't know that was called Nicky Hayden corner. Let's give a shout out to the late MotoGP champion. Hell of a racer he was.
I believe it is because up on the hill it has the number 69 on it, and that's not to be taken out of context.
Of course. I also chose number 69 in OFR because of course, I used to have like 3 posters of him on my wall when I was a child. He was my hero. Oh, as the Ferrari's come into contact and spin!
Ferrari.
Oh no, he's reversed straight into Mr. Kasanov! Oh no! Oh, Papa Whiskey. And he's just taken him out. Oh my, he's done it again. He's just wiped him out again. Mr. Kasanov is not going to be happy. Not going to be happy at all. Some really reckless driving from Papa Whiskey there.
Renault's still having no luck, and that puts him second to last now. He's about 38 seconds ahead of Rosado, who's had a terrible start. I believe he's had 2 pit stops. He's only had 1 pit stop, with Waza having 2 pit stops.
Yep.
So not a good day for Renault or Red Bull or Ferrari today.
Not at all.
But you know,
sorry, go ahead.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Fastest lap is currently held by Fergal with a 1:36.5. I'm just going to quickly switch back to that interval just to see if anyone's close on track. We do have Amit, and we've got Van Fofolino right behind Lex now, so Lex could start to struggle. Now, how far are these softs going to last? I think they should be pitting around lap 8, I reckon, and then finish the last 6 laps on the mediums, or would you come in earlier than that?
Well, at the moment, I think Lex might be wise to let Van Volferino through. If he gets close, if he's within 5 tenths, I would let him through. But I think Lex will be repeating this lap or next lap, as Wazza sets a quickest lap of the race with a 35.9. So a good lap from him, and that's some people's body laps. As we've got Papa Whiskey and Mr. Kazanov both in the pits, and they'll be both replacing their wings. It's not a good day for those guys, especially when they had a little tangle. And we've got Tim off. Tim is off, and he's spun.
No! The People's Champion in D3, Tim has spun, and he's dropped down to it. He's coming. He must be coming into the pits. Tim, pit. Oh, he stayed out. He stayed out.
Oh no!
You do not want to be on these tyres now. Oh
and now
no!
Lex is going to get P4. If he gets in the slipstream and he pulls to the inside.
He's gonna get him. Lex is gonna outbrake him. He's got him. Can Lex turn in time? He's got the inside, and he's done it. Lex in P4 of this race. They need to start pitting this. Oh no! Tim spun. Tim's lost the rear. He's off. He needed to pit.
He needed to pit for those because his tyres were overheated and it was destined to spin in the S section.
Overheated tyres through Sector 1 is a recipe for disaster. That is exactly what you don't need. And now he's going to have to drive slow for the rest of the lap as he's losing the rear again. He should have pitted.
And I'm not sure about D1, but I think so far, not jinxing anyone, but we haven't had a single retirement.
Correct. Tim spun
just jinxed it
again at turn 7. He needs to turn his ERS off. He needs to put his fuel to low, and he needs to cool those tires down immediately. Right, let's see if. So Van Fofo has pitted for medium tires currently. That means that he could get the jump on Lex if Lex doesn't pit this lap. We're looking at a 19-second pit stop, aren't we here? So it's Lex's P4 to lose at the moment if he doesn't pit. I think this is where he needs to pit.
I believe he's going to pit this lap because it's lap 7 for him, and yeah, he's going to come into the pit lane.
Right, so if you jump to Van Fofolino, I'll stick with Lex, and you tell me as soon as Van Fofolino comes around that final corner.
Will do.
So Lex is just coming into his pit box now. Lex is in the pit box. Tyres off, tyres on, car dropped, and he's pulled away. He's pulled away now.
Yep, he's coming around the final corner now. And let's go on board with...
He's going to jump him,
Let's go on board with broadcast, and...
He's got him! Van Fofo's got him!
It's going to get him. Yeah. I mean, it was close. I think Van Fofolino had the overall pace over Lex, but now it's about Lex controlling it to stay ahead of Shine.
Yeah, I don't think the one lap younger tyres are going to give Lex an advantage, bearing in mind there's only 6 laps left, but... Lex has got pace around here, we know that, and he could get Van Fofo back. Now, I'm going to jump down to Tim, who's currently in the pits. He's come out on some fresh medium tyres. I think he will be able to fight back and get into the top 10, but after that I'm going to jump to Shine, who is now pushing Lex on 5-lap-old medium tyres.
Yeah, this is the battle to watch right now, as the Racing Point car is going round the hairpin now, and I think if he has enough ERS, which he does have, he's going to get Lex down his back straight. Lex defending a little bit into there, but not enough to keep Shine behind. Yeah. And now Shine has got him. But Lex could go down the inside as he's locked up a bit. He's not quite got it.
I'm glad they didn't come into contact there.
Yeah. And now BJ Robbo is going to try and close in on Lex. So
but look at Lex, he's right behind Shine again though. Lex is just 5 tenths behind. He's managed to keep up quite a bit as he's going through this third sector.
Yeah, I think he's going to start losing him soon. And now it's going to be about defending from BJ Robbo. And after that, yeah, Belhalla has not pitted actually. I'm surprised by that, but I think he's going to come to this lap as Lex picks up a 3-second penalty. Yep. Valhalla is coming into the pits and he's the last one to pit out of everyone. And then Law's trying to fight back in this Grand Prix after getting front wing damage actually taking the lead on the first corner.
Oh yeah, let's not
after
forget
barging his way through. Yeah, he's trying to fight up his way into the top 6, and he might just get it if Lex holds up Robo just enough that he'll catch up to the back of him. But you know, Lex is pretty good at defending, but he'll know to pick his battles well, and I'm sure if Robo's alongside him, he will give him space, as he is just one of those respectful drivers.
Yep, you're right there. So we've got Max Van Dam asking if the commentators are also racing in another division. Yeah, it's Dr. Robot speaking now. I race in D2, and AJ races in D1, and he was last season's champion of the world. He won D1 last season. He's a very fast racer. Hopefully he'll come back next season.
Not gone my way this season. Amir's joined.
Back.
Amir?
Oh no, I think he's just come to spectate. Maybe one of his friends invited him or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. BJ Robbo is now just 7/10 behind Lex. Lex is going to have to do a good defensive drive for the last 5 laps of this race if he wants to hold him at bay. They're just coming up to start their lap 10 now. We've got yellow in sector 3. I think that's just a back marker moving out of the way. And BJ Robbo's got the DRS on Lex as well. He's on 3-lap old Sauce. His Sauce will start to lose a bit of speed when he gets to lap 6. So Lex may be able to fight back if he can keep up with him once he gets overtaken. But we'll have to wait and see then.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a look at the penalty situation.
Oh yeah, please
with
do.
BJ Robbo. He only has one penalty.
Is it 3 seconds?
Yeah, only 3 seconds for Lex and only 3 seconds for Robbo. So it won't affect them if those two are battling away for the rest of the Grand Prix. But it looks like BJ Robbo's going to try down the inside. Not quite done it. Got it.
Oh, Lex is locked up though, as is BJ, and now Lex is going to be under pressure now. Lex is got a back marker in front of him, I think. I think that's the... Is that the... Yeah, it's Pizzada.
But Robbo's going to try and go down the inside now, his long side, but Lex brakes really late there, and he comes into contact.
The Pizzada, let's hope he's not got any wing damage there. He's somehow got away with that, luckily, as Pizzada's AI gets in the way of both of them. But Lex is currently still ahead, but is BJ Robbo looking down the inside? No, he's not. He could have made a move there, but he didn't do it. Oh, Lex has got a lot of oversteer as he's coming out of the corner, and BJ Robbo's got him. He's up to 6th place. BJ Robbo did it.
Nice job from him there, and I believe Pizzada's AI, this is AI racing.
It is, yeah.
He did leave on that one, and I have not seen him join back.
He sent me a few messages on Discord, so we'll just need to wait and see. Yeah, Phil Babbage, good to have you here, and very good race for you in GTS today. It was really nice to see you racing so well. We've got Law now, just 2/10 behind Lex. Law is coming to fight back for that P7 position that Lex took off him when Law had a little bit of wing damage, but now that Law's wing is fixed, he could be getting this place back. Let's see. They're just starting the S's now. So here they go through turn 6. Lex still currently ahead as he starts the uphill climb into turn 8.
I actually want to pay my attention to Shine because he's on the back of Van Foffolino.
Absolutely, let's jump to those two.
Yeah, he's going to get DRS, and it should be a simple overtake for him. He's got loads of DRS, and yeah, he's going to go to the inside, and he's got past him. Can Van Foffolino break later? I don't think he will. Yep, he's going to let Shine through there and take 5th place.
Good job. I'm going to quickly jump back down to see Law overtake Lex on the run up into turn 12. Lex is going to switch back though, and he's going to try and brake a little bit later. Lex almost comes into contact with him, but now Lex is down in P8 and Law reclaims that P7. Law is on a fight back right now. He's got 2 laps left to try and catch BJ Robbo 2.4 seconds down the road. But I am going to jump down to Tim right now, who's about to make a move down the inside into turn 12 on Mickey Pass. He gets it done, but Mickey Pass fights back and they come into contact with each other there. Ooh, they need to be more careful than that.
I actually think Mickey has some front wing damage, I believe. His left end plate is damaged.
Oh no.
I think. But I don't think it was from that contact. I think he might already have had the front wing damage before, I believe. But now Wazza is on the back of him, but I do know that Wazza has a 10-second penalty. to go along with
Oh
that.
yeah,
So
he cut a massive corner in the entry to the pit lane. I can't remember what happened, but he cut a huge corner, and he got a 10-second penalty.
yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna.
gonna get the inside and he's gonna easily get past Mickey. But Mickey's trying to go back down the inside, but I don't think he's quite got it there. And yeah, Wazza's taking it.
Mickey's
all
just
of
picked up.
the guys are pretty spaced up.
Yeah, Mickey just completely cut the corner at 3. Picked up another 3-second time penalty for him there. I'm going to stay with Mickey because they are the closest on track right now. He's less than 8 tenths behind. Oh, and he's at the back marker again at Posada? I think it is. Yeah, it is. So Mickey's dropped down 2 tenths again because of that back marker got in the way. And now he's going to have to make this up. He's not going to get DRS here, unfortunately, because he's over a second behind. Yeah, he doesn't have it, and he's not using any ERS. He's got his ERS set to 0, and he's got 100%. What is he doing? He's topping out at 190 on the straight. Oh no! I don't think he realises that he's not got his DRS on.
Yeah, I think that's just a little mistake from him, which might cost him. But Mickey Bass has got another 3-second penalty, along with Tim has also just got a penalty. Yeah, they're not going to be competitive. But La is now on the back of BJ Robbo for the last 2 laps of the Grand Prix. Let's see what they can do. La's got about 20% less ERS than BJ Robbo. And we've got a yellow flag sector 3. I'm not sure who that is. I can't see anyone, and it's being cleared anyway.
Oh, the back marker at Papa Whiskey just completely blocked Law. Oh no. Law came out unscathed, thankfully, but Papa Whiskey really has had too much whiskey this race. Seems like he's almost drunk on track.
So Mickey Pass is in the pits to replace his front wing. Maybe just trying to... I don't think it's going to affect him. He's 13 seconds ahead of Tim. And I know Tim's got a few penalties as well, so...
Is that... Papa Whiskey is fighting with Lex right now, and he's a back marker. What is he doing?
I'm not sure. I think he's not opened his DRS, I don't believe. No, now he has. Hopefully he just lets him through. Or lets... yeah, let's hope that he lets Lex just go and get a gap on him. We've got yellow flag sector 3 again. I don't know who that was.
It's on the last corner, I'm not sure who it is.
It was a Mercedes, I believe, of Amit. So... yeah, I don't think it will matter for much of the result, as he has about a 30-second gap on the car ahead and the car behind, so I think he'll stay where he is. Now I think we've got Valhalla being held up by Prasada's AI, so...
And he spun, Valhalla spun.
Yeah, Valhalla has spun. Yep, more Renault bad luck for today. And we've also got a yellow flag sector. Oh, it's just him again.
Yeah, coming back onto the track. Alright, I'm going to jump back up to the race leader right now, though, so we don't miss him. He's just coming through sector 3 right now, coming up to turn 15. Round there he goes. He's had a hell of a race. He's 10 seconds ahead of P2 at the minute, which is J-Boy and Alicade, who have also had a very decent race as well. Nice to see these guys back on the podium. And Fergal, his first race here, he has won. He's coming around the final corner now, 14 laps, led almost every single lap here. What a race, and I believe he currently holds the fastest lap as well. Congratulations, Fergal. He does have the fastest lap, a 1:35.9. So next up is going to be J-Boy. His fastest lap was a 1:36.7, and he has finished in second place. Congratulations, J-Boy. And in third place, coming around turn 19 now, is going to be Ali Cave. Fastest lap, 1:37.1, and he's going to take up 15 points in that final spot on the podium in P3. Well done. Shine, amazing recovery. He was all the way down in, I think, 12th place at one point, and he's managed to bring that all the way back up to 4th right now. He will pick up 12 points for Racing Point there in P4, and to make up the top 5, it's going to be Van Fofolino. Nice to see him back in the top 5 racing well. He's going to get the final 10 points there. BJ Robbo is going to be next, coming through the final corner now in 6th place. And then behind him, not too far away, is going to be Law. And then Lex, a solid drive, started in P16 or something, I can't remember where it was. And he's finished in 8th place, back in the points. Good job there, Lex. And Tim, the People's Champion, according to the stream. He is finishing down in 9th place, with Papa Whiskey finishing ahead of him as a back marker in P14. Wuza finishes in 10th. Mickey Pass is just going through turn 13 actually.
He's still 2.5 seconds up on his time as well. So, could we see a fastest lap? Ooh.
He needs to try and beat a 1:35.9. He's cut the corner.
He's gonna go for it, but I don't think it's gonna be. He's exceeding track limits everywhere.
He's done it! He's done it! A 1:34.6. He's not gonna get it though because he's outside of the top 10. So he's just denied Fergal that extra point. Unfortunately. Oh, but he's still got the fastest lap. Fair enough.
Yep.
Well, that was a hell of a race.
Yep, a few people asking if Law should get a penalty for that one, as it was quite a big shunt for the leader. I'm not sure. I think he probably will get a penalty for that.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the friendliest of incidents.
Yeah, we need to wait and see if it's reported first of all, and then we'll be able to decide in the stewards channel who gets what. But anyway, here are the driver standings, guys. The next D3 race is going to start in around 5 minutes, so stay tuned for that. We'll be starting a new stream. Fergal, the only one not to get a penalty as well. Bravo. And that's it. So, thanks for joining us, guys, and see you in around 5 minutes.